Dockyard Creek. And surrounding the area are the three fortified cities of the Cotton Era. The three cities are connected and spread over two peninsulas, namely Senglea and Victoriosa, in the landlocked area of Cospiqua at the end of this creek. Locally they are known as Isla, Birgu and Borna, respectively. They also have a collective, Cottonera, named after the Grandmaster Cottonera, who was responsible for fortifying the cities. The Harbour Marina, this creek, is a world-class luxury marina set against the glorious scenic background of a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It offers berths for vessels up to 100 meters in length. In this creek one will meet a number of typical Maltese boats, serving as water taxis. They resemble the Venetian gondola, and the Maltese name is Daisa. In the time of the British, there were many bars and places of entertainment in the three cities. And the Daisa operators used to ferry British sailors from both the bars and vice versa. Another yacht marina here, the Grand Harbour Marina, which can take about 200 berthings. And in front of us we have Victoriosa. It is worth knowing that when the Knights came to Malta in 1530, they chose to settle in this city. They developed the whole place, okay, and they remained in Victoriosa until 1571, because then they moved to the capital city, Valletta. By that time, Valletta was completely built. So, obviously, nowadays, Victoriosa houses a number of historical places, such as the Inquisitor's Palace, the Victoriosa Museum, the Maritime Museum, the building, the clock, and many others. The Palace of the Grandmaster on our right, and there is also the Victoriosa waterfront, where you will find more restaurants enjoying the views of this marina. Archaeological evidence indicates that since prehistoric times, this ridge on the right has always been an important site. The first settlers on the island built temples here to honor their gods. According to legend, this fort is built on the site of a fortified Roman settlement, strengthened by the Arabs, the Normans, and the Spaniards. When the Knights came to Malta in 1530, it became their headquarters, and later became known as Fort St. Angelo. In the 1570s, the Knights moved to the newly built city of Valletta, and the fort remained in use as a prison. In 1608, the famous artist Caravaggio was imprisoned here, but mysteriously managed to escape after a short while. With the coming of the British in 1800, the fort retained its importance as a military installation, first in use by the army, and in 1903 taken over by the Royal Navy. And the fort was classified as a ship. It was renamed HMS St. Angelo. Its distinguished British commanders included Lord Louis Mountbatten, and the Allied invasion of Sicily was in fact planned from here. In 1998, 200 years after the French had expelled the order from Malta, the order engaged in a long lease contract with the government of Malta regarding this property.
ship right in the middle of the harbour wall.
We are now entering another creek known as Kalkara. The center of this village ahead of us is dominated by the parish church of St. Joseph. Kalkara has its own history of shipping and fishing, and many small boats are repaired here. Repair yards for larger boats are also found in this creek. One of the major landmarks here is the large columned building at the top of this peninsula on your left. This was built in 1650 by Fra Giovanni Bighi, a prominent bailiff of the order. In 1832, Lord Nelson converted this building into a hospital for the Royal Navy and became known as Bighi Hospital. You can still see a lift by the shoreline, which used to convey the wounded directly from the ships. In World War I, some 50,000 injured soldiers were treated here. It functioned as a hospital until 1970 and then served as a school.
What's up there?
Well, here I'd like to tell you something about the Mediterranean Film Studios, which is not far from here, but it's out of sight. Okay? And it is worth knowing that from the past, more than 100 films were produced in our island, such as Orca the Killer Whale, Midnight Express, Munich, Captain Phillips, Troy, and many more. For example, if you've seen the film Gladiator of Russell Crowe, the fort still houses the 100-ton Armstrong gun, which was one of the largest and powerful cannons. It was capable of firing a one-ton shell over a distance of 6 kilometers. Today, the site is open to the public and exhibited by volunteers dressed in Victorian military uniforms.
My son made him points over on that corner by that little hut. None of this has changed with the war.
You can now see Fort Ricasoli, which commands a strategic position at the harbour's entrance. The ridge had been effectively used by the Turks against St. Elmo ahead of us during the Great Siege. So to avoid a repetition of this ever happening again, this fort was built in 1670 by the engineer Harbour at the expense of Giovanni Ricasoli. This is the largest and latest fort built by the Knights in Malta and could maintain 2,000 men. When the British came to Malta, they immediately realized the vital importance of this fort, so they armed it with heavy guns to cover the approaches and the entrance of this harbour. In 1810, Lucien Bonaparte, Napoleon's brother, was captured by 2 British frigates while on his way to the United States. He was brought to Malta and imprisoned in this fort. The breakwater in front of us was built by the British between 1903 and 1908 as an extra shelter to facilitate the maritime bays and dockyards of the Royal Navy's Mediterranean Fleet. Across the small entrance, there was a footbridge, supported by the column in the middle. But this was destroyed in World War II on 26 July 1941, when 17 Italian E-boats attacked this harbour. They were met by heavy fire, and during the fight, the bridge was blown up and blocked the attackers' exit. All the E-boats were sunk on the spot. The present footbridge was installed in October 2011.